Welcome back to our immersion series. On episode 3, we are gonna make a fermented beverage, water kefir and kombucha. Okay? So, let me introduce my baby, water kefir and kombucha. And those are living bacteria. So, once you've got them, you need to look after them. And if the kombucha is like a cat, water kefir is like a dog that you need to look after every day. Whereas kombucha, you can just let it live, let it sit for a few weeks, for a month, no problem. If our internal environment is clean and healthy, there is no space for the germs to thrive. On the other hand, if our environment is not healthy, the germ can thrive. So germ is not the cause of the disease, but it's the symptom of the disease condition of our internal environment. Okay, so it's really good to keep our internal environment nice and healthy, and for that, fermented food and fermented drink is very useful. Fermented food such as, you know, any fermented food?
Nothing comes to mind.
Okay.
Sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut, yes.
Kimchi.
Kimchi. Miso. Traditional made tamari, namashoyu, vinegar, sourdough bread, natto, tempeh. Those can be all fermented food. And the drinks, so those are, it's more easy to integrate into our daily lifestyle. Okay? So we are going to start with the water kefir. And water kefir is a fermented drink. It gives us a lot of variety of probiotic. Instead of taking the pills of a probiotic capsule, it's way much more beneficial because it has many strain of different variety of probiotic. Probiotic means it's the beneficial bacteria that thrive in our intestines, and it gives us overall health. Okay, and those people call those little thingy as a water kefir grain, but it's nothing to do with grain because it looks like grain, and we call it the SCOBY, which means symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast. Basically, it's the yeast and the bacteria forms into a certain shape, and then in this case, it formed into a grain shape. Okay, that's why we call it water kefir grain. And they thrive on the sugar. They love sugar, and they will multiple. Okay, and then usually they create the nice and sour, bubbly drinks. Okay, so I have been actually soaking the grains into coconut water overnight. So that's the coconut kefir that we're gonna taste. Okay, where shall I put? Let me take the cup. So that's one way to make the coconut kefir drink. And we usually leave it overnight. And that's it, actually. Super simple. And they feed on the sugar from coconut water. And it will become nice and sour and a bit fuzzy. Okay.
So you're not adding anything? It's only pure coconut water?
It's only pure coconut water.
And we have the what do you call them?
Grain or
The
SCOBY?
grains. These get added in the water, the coconut water.
Yes, exactly. in the glass jar would be the best way. And they don't like, because they are living bacteria, they don't like any metals. It's good, eh?
It's delicious.
No.
Love the taste.
They don't like the metals, so I'm not using any metal strainer, neither metal spoon or bowls. Okay, that's kind of important to keep them healthy. Okay, kefir grains are much more sensitive than kombucha, SCOBY. Okay, so
Delicious.
So
Wow.
good.
it's good, right?
Yes, it's very refreshing and you can feel the fuzziness.
Yeah. So now I will show you. So basically, to make the coconut kefir, you just simply need to put the coconut water. Yeah. You can keep doing it a few times, but they need. They can't really thrive only on coconut water because they need a little bit more of the sugar. So after several times of feeding them with coconut water, to make the coconut water kefir, you need to feed them with sugar water. Okay, that's I will show you how to. And then they will multiple. They will have enough sugar to feed themselves and to become more of them. Then you can start sharing those things with others. Okay, so I will put the sugar. They like actually refined. They love refined sugar, but you can also use the natural sugar as well. Okay. And then they actually likes to have some variation. So you can put some different sugar, like maple syrup or coconut sugar. You can give some variation, and they will be jumping up and down. You can also, some people likes to put the slice of lime or lemon and a piece of dry fruits. But recently I don't really use the lime and dry fruits. They works okay enough with only sugar. But the reason to add the lime or acid is to create the, my understanding of that is to create the acidic environment for them to start the fermentation. And for that, to add the dry fruits is to give them some different variety of sweetness to it. Okay, so when the sugar is completely melt, we are gonna, it's quite a lot of kefir, but we're gonna put them all together in the jar. Sorry, I'll put it in your cup. Okay. Okay, so this is a water kefir. Sorry, this is a kefir water, whereas I call it coconut kefir water. And this one also you can leave it overnight, and next day it's already nice and sour and fuzzy, and then you can drink it straight away. Also, you can also flavor it if you like. To flavor it, you're gonna drain the kefir grains and then put the liquid in the jar. And then in the liquid, you're gonna put any flavor that you like. Cinnamon stick or lemongrass, hibiscus tea, or some mango. And today we have this pineapple and mint. We can also put the pineapple and mint, but without grains. Yeah, and then you can leave it overnight. So it will be a 2 days process, and then you'll have a nice pineapple mint flavored coconuts. Kefir water. You can do the same for the coconut kefir water as well. Okay, so I will show you what we made. And this is a pineapple mint kefir. You wanna have a taste?
Please.
Okay. It might have a slightly alcohol, but could be like less than 1%.
Smells beautiful.
Very minty.
Let me try.
And how long can you keep the
Wow.
kefir water?
So good.
Yeah.
I'm so
amazing, actually.
thirsty.
Oh.
It's hard to draw the line because it's a fermented drink. It doesn't really goes bad, but it might change the flavor. But yeah, a few weeks would be no problem. Yeah, it's very flavorful and
And
sweet.
is done with coconut or with the water?
Yeah, it's a
Water
it's
kefir.
a with coconuts.
Wow.
So
Coconut
it doesn't
water.
have any sugar, you know.
Yes.
But yet so sweet and so flavorful.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the coconut kefir. I mean kefir water. And then I will show you the kombucha. Let me put it right. So because kefir takes just 1 day, that's why I mean you have to look after every day. Okay. Whenever you change the water, it will be ready on the next day. So you have to keep changing. If you want to stop or slow down the fermentation, you can just put it in the fridge. You can even put it in the freezer as well. Or some people like to dehydrate it. Okay.
Can we buy the grains somewhere or?
We can buy my cafe.
Yeah.
But most often you can buy online.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Kombucha is not something, it's not really something you buy. It's something that you're given from friends. They don't really sell it. Just because it multiple quite a lot, and then you would have a lot of kombucha, more than enough. So then you just want to give away. And it's very strong. It's not gonna go, it's not gonna die as easily as water kefir. So I think that's why this is not something to sell, it's something that you're given. Okay? I can give you later.
Oh, thank you so much.
If you're gonna look after,
No problem.
you know. Okay, so this is a kombucha SCOBY. Some people call it the mushroom SCOBY. It's nothing to do with mushroom, but it looks like fungi looking. That's why people call kombucha mushroom. And it has some probiotic, but also it has more of the alkaline forming effect in our body. It balances alkaline acid in our body. Basically, it's like drinking vinegar. It has very nice sour taste. So it helps the digestion and absorption of the food that you eat, and then it helps the detoxification of your body. Okay, so the top usually they multiple on top, so you will get the babies on top. So the bottom is like father and mother and grandma and granda.
The whole family.
The whole family is in the jar, and this one forms a beautiful, creature. Okay, I need to take out all the babies, and then we can try how it tastes. So they likes to be feed on with sugar, but they need some tannin from the tea. They like to base in the tea, sugar tea. Okay, I don't remember how long I have been the soaking, but usually 2 weeks will be a perfect timing to taste. It's still slightly sweet, but it's nice and sour. Okay. Let me taste it.
Wow.
It's very sour,
Yeah.
but there is
Very
still there is some sweetness in it. It's good.
Wow.
I think it's really good, actually.
Really.
The first one kind of surprised you because
Yeah.
it's so powerful, so strong.
In this heat, it's actually really quick. Maybe in 1 week, it's already quite sour.
Okay.
So it depends how sour you want. You can stop the fermentation anytime you like. You take the SCOBY out, and then this liquid you can bottle it in, and then you just keep it in the fridge, and then it will slow down the fermentation. Okay. So again, I will show you how to start. Okay. After taking out the liquid, you're gonna need tea. Simple tea, non-flavored black tea or Japanese tea, oolong tea, pu'er tea. As long as there is tannin, it works. So this is already, I infused the black tea with water, and then I'm gonna need a certain amount of sugar. Actually, more than Kefir. Okay, and then just gonna make sure it's all melt, and then we're gonna put all the SCOBY. You can also do it without tannin. If you don't want to take any caffeine, you can do it with a herbal tea as well. But the kefir, kombucha might gonna be looking a little bit unhealthy. Then you might need to carbonate. You might need to fix them with tannin. Okay. Okay, and now I am gonna put it back those babies. We don't need so much of those, so I will keep this one for you guys if you want to take home. And then I'm just gonna add the water, because I made a really strong tea. Okay, and then we are gonna cover. I'm not gonna cover with the, I don't tight the lid because they are living and they need to breathe. So I'm gonna cover with a paper towel or some cloth that if you have. Okay, and then I'm gonna leave for maybe 2 weeks, and then this is what you get. Okay, this one is made with green tea, so that's why this has that color, and this is black tea, so it's a different color. Okay, so this is how you're gonna make kombucha. And then, oh, by the way, if you want to flavor it after 2 weeks or after whenever you think it's done, you can take out the SCOBYs and then put any flavor that you like into the liquid. Again, mango, if you like fruits flavor, mango or dragon fruits, blueberries.
The whole fruit goes in there?
Yep.
Or pieces of it?
You can slice it, and you can put some cinnamon, anything that you like. Okay, and this is what we made with rosella, hibiscus tea. So rosella itself actually has a slightly sour flavor, and it's very flavorful. You want to try?
Please, yes.
Okay.
All the elixirs.
Can I have a
Yeah.
This is Rosella Kombucha.
The color is beautiful.
There you go. Let me try.
Wow. very nice.
Mm.
Very good.
It's nice and
Good one.
sour.
It's sour, yeah, definitely.
Mm.
It's completely different taste, but like the fizziness is the same.
Mm.
Fermented
They have
taste.
something in common, but yeah.
Yeah, but this is more like a vinegar.
Yeah. Mhm.
That is more nice and fuzzy,
Sweet and softer. Yeah.
softer. That can be more stronger, both of them, if you let it sit longer.
Mm.
And also an interesting feeling, like the body likes it. It's the body likes it too. You feel it when, from the first sip. That's the body enjoys it. Does something good.
Yeah, that's a good sign. Okay, so yeah, that's all the fermented drinks, and I will see you on the next episode.